wrong. I said, why didn't nobody come, amen, to my appreciation? Amen, this appreciation service, and I don't see nobody. I say, God, something wrong. Y'all ain't saying nothing. But the thing about preachers nowadays, they don't want to do unto others as they would have them to do unto you. Sometimes we get a little money in our bank account and we forget about helping somebody that ain't got nothing. Y'all don't want to talk back to me today, but God say, do unto others as you will have them do unto you. Amen. If I had a message today, y'all ain't saying nothing. If I had a message today, amen, I still have a pulse. I still got one. I'm not dead yet. Y'all ain't saying nothing with me up in here. Y'all ain't, sometimes the enemy, he comes into, amen, situations that talk about this man going down to Jericho. Can somebody say amen? When you look at Jericho in the Bible, it said nobody came in and nobody came out. It was walls up in Jericho. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. The walls can stop and it can hinder your blessing from getting inside to you. Sometimes the devil put up walls around the church to nobody comes in and nobody goes out. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me. This man went to Jericho, amen, and fell among thieves. Let me tell you something about a thief. The devil come to steal. Y'all ain't saying nothing. He come to steal. He come to kill. He come to destroy. You don't know when the devil coming. All we know is the devil had came. Anybody here, the devil done came to you and it looked like you left with nothing, but I want to tell you today, you still got a pulse. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead. See, that's what the devil messed up at. When he had me, he should have killed me. You should have killed me while you had me. You let me live. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing. You gonna let me live. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing. If I just keep beating, if my heart just keep beating, help gonna come somewhere. If my heart just keep beating, God gonna send some help somewhere. Yeah, I still got one. Yeah, I still got one. Oh, I still got one. I remember when I was married. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I had been married for 17 years. One day I came home. My wife had grabbed the bags. She said, I don't want to be with you no more. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Can I be real up in here? Can I be real? The enemy had got up in my house. Amen. And stripped me. I'm sitting there crying like a baby. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Got 4 kids and crying. Woman done left me half dead, but I still. I still had a pulse. I still had a heartbeat. Though I was crying, I still, y'all ain't saying nothing, had a pulse. I can feel like my veins. I felt like, even though my mind was tore all up, but something inside of me kept telling me, God gonna work it out. Something inside of me kept telling me, if I hold on, God gonna work it out. All my bills was due, but something inside of me kept telling me, hold on. I still got a pulse. Left me half dead. Stripped me. I remember times getting up in the midnight hour, looking out my window to see if my car gonna get repossessed. I ain't got nobody up in here. Anybody ever get up at the midnight, know your payment 2 months behind, and you go to the window and you look out there, you trying to find out if these folk gonna take your car. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I didn't understand why I went through. I didn't understand why my wife left. I I didn't understand why everything had got messed up. But I had been down to Jericho. I had fell among thieves. The enemy done stripped me. He stripped me of my joy. He stripped me of my praise. He stripped me of my mind. I thought I was going to lose my mind. I thought I was going to commit suicide. Y'all ain't talking to me. Y'all ain't talking to me. Anybody ever been down? Anybody ever been down? Get a Lord a hand clap. Have you ever been so down? Do it look like you wasn't getting no help? Do it look like the friends that you thought was going to come help you didn't even show up? The people that you thought was going to love you didn't even come to your rescue. Y'all ain't saying nothing. But God had somebody. But God had somebody that loved God. God had somebody that was going to come and see about me. Somebody had a love. It wasn't the church members. It wasn't the folks that I sat in church with. It wasn't the folks that I hung out with. But it was somebody, was an old Samaritan that didn't have it all together. It was an old Samaritan that wasn't like a priest. It was an old Samaritan. The only thing he knew, just love your neighbor as you love yourself. It was an old, y'all ain't saying nothing. God is not concerned with how many scriptures you know. God is not concerned with the law. God is concerned. Can somebody love your neighbor? Can somebody treat your neighbor right? Can somebody give your neighbor a loaf of bread? Can somebody help pay your neighbor rent? Can somebody help pay your neighbor light bill? Can somebody look out for their neighbor? Ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. This man was down. This man was down. Nobody wanted to help him. Nobody. He's sitting there. He's sitting there wounded. Hold up, musicians. He wounded. He's sitting there wounded. It didn't say how long he was there. It just said he was wounded. How many of y'all know the devil can wound you sometime? I ain't got no church. Anybody want to be real? Anybody ever been wounded? Anybody ever been wounded? He was wounded. And folks came by and looked at him. And when they looked at him, they walked away. The priest who was supposed to give you some help looked at you and walked away. Looked at you. The Levite came by. When he saw you wounded, he passed by on the other side. They want to get close to you because you could have identified him. You would have known, hey, ain't you a preacher? Why you ain't helping me? Ain't you a preacher? Why you ain't showing me no love? Ain't you a preacher? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Ain't you a preacher? Why you ain't coming to give me no help? Ain't you a preacher? Why you ain't helping the church? Ain't you a preacher? Why you ain't helping the drug addict? Ain't you a preacher? Why you ain't helping the whoremongers? Ain't you a preacher?